Can a party champion democracy and the principles of justice and equality and yet have a leader who is not elected by party delegates? Many will answer no, but the fact is that the opposite is true in Parti Keadilan Rakyat or PKR, whose top leader is Datuk Sri Anwar Ibrahim. He holds the main power in PKR, but strangely Anwar ensures that he does not need to contest in the party's elections in whatever circumstances. Former PKR leader Datuk Zaid Ibrahim had to leave the party after he saw it fit to suggest that Anwar give up the post.
Cuma dalam pemilihan PKR itu, saya melihat banyak perkara yang tak betul. Jadi itulah punca saya berhenti. I would like to suggest, if Keadilan wants to move forward, Anwar and Azmin must go. Because they are the source of the problem.
Anwar Ibrahim has created enough trouble for the country.
While other leaders had to contest in the PKR elections in 2010, Anwar was exempted from the democratic process. He remains the PKR de facto chief without having to test his support among the party grassroots. In 2010, the PKR election was beset with irregularities and quarrels which marred the election process itself. The fights, disorderly polling and disputable vote-counting system made a mockery of Anwar's sloganeering on democracy.
Sehingga kini terdapat 162 aduan terhadap kelincangan yang akan menjejaskan integriti dan kredibiliti JPP dan kuasa pemilihan pusat. Hari ini saya dan teman-teman akan menyerahkan memorandum bagi mendesak pembatalan dan perjalanan semula pemilihan kepimpinan pusat 2010 kepada Presiden Keadilan dan Fungsi Tengkuasa Pemilihan Pusat JPP.
However, Anwar ignored calls for the election to be nullified or postponed after the results favoured his family and close friends. Anwar's wife, Datuk Sri Dr. Wan Aziza Ismail, won unopposed as president. Azmin Ali retained the post of deputy president, and Anwar's daughter Nurul Izzah was elected as vice president.
And what about his own party? Look at the elections, the electoral fraud and allegations that have never been taken care of to this day. They've never been explained satisfactorily what he did.
Having secured his power in PKR without going through the electoral process, Anwar is now backed by DAP to be the Prime Minister if Pakatan Rakyat captures Putrajaya. Anwar is wasting no time courting DAP in his ambition to become Prime Minister.
Saya orang Pulau Pinang. Saya di Parlimen mengatakan. Tapi saya sebagai orang Melayu, terang-terang saya mengatakan, saya bangga mendapat seorang ketua negeri di Pulau Pinang.
However, DAP itself is not a party that accommodates Malays or practices democracy as claimed by Guan Eng. At the party's last elections, all 8 Malay candidates, including an incumbent, lost, strengthening the notion that DAP is a racist party.
Not even one Malay candidate.
Malay candidate. Kecewa tak? Kecewa tak?
Bukan kecewa. The message that I'm sending to the party, the message that I'm sending to the party have not reached certain level or certain acceptance of the members. When we are talking about a multiracial party, but the message cannot reach them.
In a desperate attempt to salvage DAP's image, Guan Eng amended the party election results 3 weeks later. Guan Eng alleged that a technical error in counting the ballots had caused his political secretary, Zairil Khair Johari's failure to be elected into the Central Executive Committee, CEC, the party's highest decision-making body. This ploy of amending the DAP election results to favour Guan Eng's allies exposes DAP as a party that is willing to do anything to achieve its narrow agenda.
Ya, ini kali pertama dalam sejarah DAP. Saya kira bukan menjejaskan nama baiklah, barangkali apa yang dikatakan satu embarrassment.
The grassroots members very strongly feel the election results must be nullified and a fresh election be held. This will restore the integrity and the public confidence in DAP, which is the backbone of Pakatan. See, this is not done. Public perception of fraud and manipulation in DAP polls to place in a Malay elected CEC member will linger.
However, Guan Eng denied such talk because he wants to fool the people into believing that DAP has room for the Malays. He has turned his back on the principles of democracy, he proclaims. Like Anwar, Guan Eng was also not elected as the DAP Secretary General by the party's grassroots. He was only appointed from among the 20 CEC members, who include his political secretary Cyril.
You must make sure you have these 20 cronies. You have to manipulate it to a certain extent. That. So I still remember during the first CEC election when I was in the party, I put myself as one of the Central Executive Committee contender candidate. I was asked to be drawn. At that time, his son was in community. Message sent to me through Kurt Kim, I don't know how true it is, told me that asked me to withdraw for the sake of party and all that. So at that time, I didn't know. So I thought, it doesn't matter to me. So right, I just withdraw. Then, things like that. So there's a lot of manipulation.
Calls for Guan Eng to revamp the DAP election system, which has ensured his hold on power, and before this his father Kit Siang, are growing louder within DAP.
Saya rasa sudah sampai pada masanya kita kaji semula, kita buat pengubahan dalam parti pimpinan pusat, setiausaha agung, pengurusinya dan jawatan-jawatan yang penting. Kita biarkan rakyat, biarkan seluruh ahli kita dipilih secara terus, setuju tidak?
Guan Eng does not agree. He simply dismisses the calls by his party's elected representatives because he clearly wants to cling to power. Both Guan Eng and Anwar are classic examples of leaders afraid to stand the test of democracy in their very own party.